You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Our top story again, former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at the age of 84. The Senate is expected to vote today for the 14th time to reopen the government as the shutdown enters day number 35. Fox's Madeline Rivera with the latest.
Still no breakthrough, but Republicans and Democrats are talking more, raising the hope that they may be able to find an off-ramp soon. In the House, for instance, 4 centrist lawmakers released a bipartisan plan on how to renew and reform the expiring Obamacare subsidies. Still, some Republicans are hoping Democrats will just cave. Democratic Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is criticizing his party, saying they need to own the shutdown. Despite bipartisan conversations, other Democrats remain dug in and are urging their colleagues to not wave the white flag.
The Trump administration announcing that SNAP benefits will be partially funded after 2 judges forced the government to do that. A search is underway for bodies of climbers killed in a Himalayan avalanche. Fox's Jonathan Savage with the details.
Officials in Nepal say 7 mountaineers died when snow and ice crashed onto a base camp at Mount Yalungri. The avalanche happened on Monday morning, but bad weather meant rescue workers could only reach the site a day later. 4 climbers who were injured have been airlifted away for treatment. Among those killed were 2 Nepali mountain guides and a Frenchman whose death was confirmed by his wife, herself a survivor. Mount Yalungri is an 18,000-foot peak considered suitable for mountain climbing rookies. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Firefighters have rescued 4 workers from beneath rubble inside a medieval tower in Rome, but one of them died on the way to the hospital. The tower partially collapsed during renovation work. Italian prosecutors are investigating possible charges of negligence. The tower has been closed since 2007. I'm Kathleen Maloney. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It is an Election Day Tuesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. It is November 4th, 2025. Polls should be open everywhere and closing tonight at 7 p.m. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Frank Cruz, and we got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. And as I mentioned, Election Day, one last chance to vote in this year's general election. So we got these 17 constitutional amendments on the ballot, including measures that would cut property taxes by $51 billion. Marquee race in the Valley, that would be the race for Edinburgh mayor. Seems to be getting a lot of attention. Property tax relief, bail reform, dementia research, issues covered in the 17 constitutional amendments.
Cutting property taxes has been a priority for Governor Abbott over the past few decades in the legislature, and his plan is now in voters' hands. Proposition 13 would increase savings. State Senator Paul Bettencourt authored it.
Will increase the Texas school homestead exemption to a record $140,000 for 5.7 million Texas homeowners.
Governor Abbott's also campaigned heavily for bail reform.
Judges have had far too much discretion to set easy bail policies for violent criminals.
Proposition 3 requires judges to deny bail under certain circumstances. Proposition 14 would establish the Dementia Prevention and Research Institute of Texas with an infusion of $3 billion.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Time to check the freezer. Again, the Food and Drug Administration saying that 6 people have died and dozens had to be hospitalized due to a listeria outbreak that has been linked to some pre-cooked pasta meals. The meals provided by California-based Nate's Fine Foods. They were sold nationwide at major retailers, including Walmart, and yes, they were sold in Texas. Again, Nate's Fine Foods. Some of the pre-cooked pasta meals, you need to look for that. You may want to throw that away. Check with the FDA website to see the specific lot numbers that have been recalled. At 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. Former mayor of South Padre Island, Dennis Stahl, has been arrested for soliciting prostitution. The Texas Department of Public Safety announced the arrest. Stahl was booked into jail. His bond amount was not disclosed by DPS. It's 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. An appeals court agreeing to hear arguments over a new Texas law that requires public schools to post copies of the Ten Commandments.
Senate Bill 10 was passed by the Texas legislature and signed into law by Governor Abbott this summer. Several parents have sued to block the law from taking effect. While those cases have impacted about a dozen school districts in the state, many districts are requiring the donated posters to be installed in classrooms. Lawyers will get to make their arguments in the Texas case and a similar case out of Louisiana before all of the judges on the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans. That will likely happen early next year.
That's Stephen Pickering with that report. And technology causing the death of yet another form of payment.
Target says only 3% of their transactions are with checks, so they banned them. So did Aldi, Old Navy, Lululemon, Whole Foods, and a long list of other companies. The Federal Reserve says it's good for business because credit or debit cards have less fraud. They're also faster at the checkout. It's the over
Try again.
the age group that's
It's our internet.
debit cards have less fraud. They're also
Right.
faster at the checkout. It's the over 50 age group that still writes checks, and it's hard to give up, like having cash in your wallet, something the younger generation also doesn't grasp.
Yeah,
I'm Bree Tennis.
Yeah, that's the over 50 crowd. That's what I wanted to get to, that sweet spot there. So, Freddie, you still write checks? You still no? You don't have any checks? Not even like in the drawer? Nothing, right? Wow. That's right. I still do every now and then. I use a check to pay my credit card off. Often, you go to the bank and pay it off. That's the only place. Maybe I'll send Dad a check every now and then in West Texas. My dad-in-law. 7:09. It's Accurate with the time, and big thank you to Dougie, all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch with Purina Feed. It is the best. And stop by and say hi to Dougie for us. Certified dealer for Purina Feed. It's Martin Farm and Ranch. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. You still writing checks?
I have a checkbook,
Yeah.
but I don't recall the last time I actually wrote one.
Yeah. It's
But
amazing how quickly in our lifetime they're gone, and cash might be gone in our lifetime. The way things are going right now,
I know it seems like it, right?
penny shortages.
Everything
and
is
some
digital.
coins that are might not be. You never know, man. Everything might be going electronic here pretty soon. I'm not comfortable with that, but of course I'll leave that commentary for my talk show at 9:00 in the morning. Meantime, weather, we got mid-80s for today, and there you go. We're probably going to hit 90 starting tomorrow. The relief you said we have to wait till Sunday, right? Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, hang on, let me pull it back up.
Some relief around here, which would be similar to this, or do you think it'd be colder? I got people posting. I see these posts on X and other online posts. Other meteorologists, other markets saying the next blast might be even colder for the state of Texas, like Monday or Sunday.
So let's see. Monday for us, 78, 82 Tuesday, 87 Wednesday. Let me just pull up San Antonio and see what it looks like a little bit to the north here.
It's the overnight lows that I'm looking for to see. How
Yeah. Okay, so
again, this is San
let me get
Antonio
back.
you're looking at.
No. This is us. I'm looking overnight lows now. So Sunday night, 57.
That's nice.
Monday night, 58. Then back to 65 Tuesday night. So
Okay,
for
so-
San Antonio,
Uh-huh.
Sunday night, Saturday night, 59. 75 Sunday during the day, 49 Sunday night.
Okay.
49 Monday night, and then back to 60 Tuesday night.
Mild cold front. Well, okay. The forecast for today, mid-80s, upper 80s, definitely
Upper 80s today.
tomorrow.
Upper 80s, low 90s, Wednesday, Thursday, low to mid 90s, Friday and Saturday.
All right. On the menu for today is candy. Nothing but candy. I guess going to the store and buying all the 75% off.
If there's any left.
Halloween candy.
It's hard to come by.
National Candy Day. So you pick your favorite. Around here, I think the number one for Texas is Reese's Cups, the chocolate, the peanut butter chocolate. I think that's the number one in Texas. So those are the ones that go first, by the way, and get eaten first.
I like the 100 grand bars.
Oh, those are good too.
Though they they made them flat on the top. They're not like spiky and crispy like they used to be on the top. The top of the bar is now just.
I have to go buy one. I haven't seen one in a while. I just like the little Rice Krispies with chocolate.
Yeah, well, you know how the Rice Krispies used to kind of like be spiky and stick out all over the place. Well, they got rid of that. Now it's just smooth.
Well, I'm not going to buy one ever again.
Changing everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back in my day, we used to spike the inside of our mouths when we were eating.
That's right. It hurt our teeth. Our gums would bleed from the Rice Krispies, but this new generation is changing everything. All right, pal. Call you next hour. That's meteorologist Jason Caterina. Time is 7:13 on the Valley's Morning News. Stick around. Got a conversation with our elections administrators in Hidalgo and Cameron County. Yeah, it is election day. Polls open just a few moments back. So go vote. While the government shutdown is hurting some folks in Texas, there doesn't seem to be any sense of urgency on either side of the aisle to open up the government.
61% of Texas voters believe the government shutdown is bad for the state, but 73% of Texas Republicans approve of how the president and congressional Republicans are handling it. 64% of Democrats side with congressional Democrats. Jim Henson of the Texas Politics Project out of UT Austin says a big problem is there's no pressure to settle.
There is a danger that if they negotiate a compromise, that their partisans are going to be very unhappy and feel like they folded, and will be a source of punishment. Remember, going into primary election season, and that's a real problem here.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
The maker of Tylenol, Kenvue, being sold for a deal that's worth billions.
Kimberly-Clark announced a cash and stock deal valued at $48.7 billion to buy Kenvue. The deal would bring brands like Huggies and Kleenex under the same roof as Tylenol and Band-Aid. The deal is expected to be finalized in the second half of next year. It's one of the biggest acquisitions on Wall Street of 2025. I'm Mark Mayfield.
And some new research linking long-term melatonin use. You know, those pills that some of you pop to go to sleep, try to get some better sleep. Long-term melatonin use, linking that to a slightly higher risk of heart failure and early deaths in adults with insomnia.
Researchers noted there's no evidence the melatonin supplements themselves cause heart problems. The need to take them on a regular basis could be a signal that the body is experiencing cardiac issues. Researchers analyzed more than 130,000 adults and found that those who took the sleep aid for more than a year were nearly twice as likely to develop heart failure. Use of the supplement has increased in recent years. Experts agreed more research is needed into melatonin's possible side effects. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News, News Talk 710 KURV. It is an election Tuesday, and I'm going to share with you a conversation I had just a few minutes back, with our elections administrators for Hidalgo County and Cameron County, the rules of engagement, and some of the top races driving some folks to the polls today. That's next on the Valley's Morning News.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
Tune in weekdays to hear the Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report.
Hi again, everyone. This is today's Dallas Cowboys Report. I'm Brad Sham.
Brad Sham, the voice of the Dallas Cowboys, will bring you a daily look inside the Dallas Cowboys with highlights, interviews, and key matchups. Catch up on all the latest news from America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. The Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report, brought to you by McAllen International Airport.
It's time to get on over to Glick Twins for this year's hunting adventure. And you're gonna want Browning. Browning X-Bolt rifles have always been the ticket to bagging your best trophy. The slick X-Bolt action cycles fast, and the rifle is easy to handle. And at Glick Twins, we carry the Browning Satori shotguns, which means optimized shot pattern performance. These over and unders don't just look great, but they perform great. If you want to be hunting like the pros, get on over to Glick Twins. It's worth it.
Brian Kilmeade here. After my show, weekday afternoons at 2, stay tuned for the 956 Drive Home with Zach and Davis starting at 4 on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
Happy Election Tuesday. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. This radio station, home to Texas A&M Aggie football. We got the Aggies 1:30 broadcast this coming Saturday against Missouri. Aggie football on 710 KURV, made possible by many supporters this season, including Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing and the Burt Ogden Auto Group. It is an election day Tuesday, and as always, we appreciate our elections administrators from Cameron County and Hidalgo County being a phone call away. So let's look at some of the issues that folks will be visiting the polls today. Let's start with Cameron County, and I started in Cameron County with our elections administrator, Remy Garza, because, well, now they got countywide voting. I guess this is the second go-around for you as far as countywide voting. Any location is where you can vote today, right, Remy?
Exactly. We're really excited that the voters can choose any one of the 57 locations that are open throughout Cameron County today.
Okay. Does that help you with staffing in any way? Maybe a few less people, or how does it work out for you?
Actually, it does. We just got some new equipment, and we've set it up so where if need be, if we have a staffing shortage, one person can actually qualify somebody, get their signature, and actually issue the ballot all at one station so that the other people can help other voters.
Okay. Did it require a lot of training to get everybody, how to intake, register folks, give them a little sticker, all that stuff? Does it change training for you?
Yeah, it did. We did some demos as soon as we got the new equipment so that everybody could become familiar with it. And then we did our more intensive training. Took us about 3 hours versus an hour and a half. But everybody seems to have picked it up. Early voting went so smooth, I'm still surprised.
Okay. It's election day, and we got, of course, all the 17 constitutional amendments that have been in the news, and we appreciate y'all tuning into KURV and paying attention to the news and whatever source you can get it. So we got the 17 constitutional amendments, and as far as local races contracted with you, some local entities, do the best you can. Tell me who's on the ballot, who's going out to vote in which city today.
We got South Padre Island, got a city council race. We've got the city of Los Fresnos has a council race. The school board in Los Fresnos has a council race. La Feria has, the city has, I think, a proposition that they've put forward. Harlingen has a city council race as well. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. In the end, are any of these races driving more people to the polls, or is it slow enough, has been slow enough? Maybe you can do the election day with your eyes closed today. So what's it like so far, early vote?
No, I think the one that I left out a second ago was BISD has a proposition, and so I think that's driving some turnout here in Brownsville.
Okay.
And the Harlingen City Council race is also very active, as well as Los Fresnos.
Okay. Early vote totals, what you got? Did you run the numbers already?
We have 12,504 individuals checked in for the first phase of the election, and I'm hoping that we'll get close to 8,000 or 10,000 today.
Okay. Which will represent, 9-10% of people registered in the county, or what are you expecting?
Yeah, that would put us at the 8% or 9%. We've got 237,000 people who are currently eligible to participate in this election. So we're really excited that the numbers are going up and the turnout is going up.
All right. That's Remy Garza, our elections administrator for Cameron County. Polls open until 7 p.m. tonight. They opened up at 7 in the morning. And let's pivot over to Hidalgo County, our elections administrator for Hidalgo County, Hilda Salinas. The early vote totals for Hidalgo County. What do you see, Hilda?
Okay, so far we had 21,599 people vote in person throughout early voting.
So we get another, maybe 15,000 or so today, something like that, maybe get closer to 8% at the end of the day, something like that?
We are hoping to see that amount. We do have, of course, we have the 17 amendments, constitutional amendments on the ballot, as well as various local entities that are also on the ballot.
How many polling locations do you have across Hidalgo County?
We will have 43 polling locations located throughout Hidalgo County.
Edinburgh is driving this election, right, Hilda? Because, race for mayor and city council, I would imagine, the annex and other Edinburgh area polls are the big drivers for the election, I suspect.
Well, yes, in actuality, in the elections annex, we had a total of 5,179 people vote in person at that polling location. So that's number one. They are in first place. And then we also have the Edinburgh Parks and Recreation Center that did garner 1,968 people vote in person there as well. So that is in second place for throughout early voting.
Okay, is it like a competition and somebody gets a pizza party, whoever brings in the most votes? Of course, it's always the annex, right? All right. Some of the
yes, the annex is always busy.
Yeah, it's always busy. No, I'm kidding. Okay, they're not getting a pizza. So, oh no, that's the rules for engagement today. Okay, how does you check in? What do you bring with you? All that stuff. Let's review real quick what folks need to do to vote today.
Right. Of course, voters will need to bring one of the 7 of approved forms of ID to the polls. It could be their Texas driver's license, a Texas election ID certificate, Texas personal ID card, Texas handgun license, U.S. citizenship certificate with the photo, U.S. military ID. Now, of course, if they do not possess one of those or cannot reasonably obtain one of those forms of ID, then they can still vote, but by filling out a reasonable impediment form, and just as long as they show either their domestic birth certificate, current utility bill, bank statement, government check, or paycheck, one of those.
Of all the votes that you take in, más o menos, the ones that are provisional ballots or questionable things that need more time to review, would you say is what, less than 1% of the vote, or are you keeping folks at ballot board and other volunteers real busy with things like that?
Well, it has been fairly low. I would say less than 1%.
Yeah. And of course, ballot board, they've got how many mail-in ballots, más o menos, to work with in this election?
Well, so far throughout early voting, they did reach 373 ballots.
Oh, they're going to be done real early.
That did come in throughout.
They'll be done in time to go out and get some, Denny's Grand Slam breakfast as soon as they show up at 6 in the morning. Back to Remy Garza, rules of engagement from your perspective and ballot board work and mail-in, all that stuff. Real quick, Remy.
Ballot board will be meeting later on, and this afternoon to finish their ballot by mail. We've got the polls open, ready to process everybody. We saw maybe close to 230 something ballot by mails returned and are getting qualified.
We are 90 plus days away from, probably 100 days away plus from early vote for the March primary. Is going to be crazy. Lots of people running left and right. Everybody and their grandma running for all these either congressional seats. We got Republicans and Democrats and state representative seats. And I say this because this would be the time to check with the elections officers, to get trained, to be a worker. And you always need workers for big elections. Usually the primary elections in Texas are the big fat elections around here. So just a bit of advice. Remy, first Remy, tell folks what to do if they want to register and become a poll worker or help out in any way for the March primary.
Yes, they can reach out to us and go to CameronVotes.com, and they'll find the application for poll workers. It's shorter than the regular county application. And that way we get their names in, and then we provide those to the party, or they can contact their parties directly so that they can represent their parties that they're affiliated with. And then if you're interested, just give us a call, and we'll be glad to work with you and try to find a spot for you.
Okay. One more thing, Remy, I wanted to ask you, and I'll go back to Hilda here in a second. Registrars, people who get trained and carry the ballots and register people to vote, that's going to be very popular over the next several weeks. So what do you do in order to become a registrar in Cameron County?
You can contact our office and talk to Uwali McLean. She's our outreach coordinator. We do in person, and we also do online training, and we will train large groups. If there's more than 10 individuals, we'll go to their location so that they can help us get voter registration applications in.
Remy, we wish you the best today, and it should be an easy go since it is a slightly small participation compared to other elections. And let's close out with Hilda Salinas in Hidalgo County. Hilda, workers for the March primary, what do they do if they want to sign up? And also to become registrars, what do you suggest?
Yes, of course, they can also visit our website at www.hidalgocounty.us/elections. Our poll worker application is also on there. We have a tab that says poll worker application information. They can fill it out and then email it to elections@co.hidalgo.tx.us. Also, the same thing for VDR, Volunteer Deputy Registrar information. It's also on our website, and all of that information is there, as well as they can also call our office to find out the next training schedule, so that way they can make plans to attend.
All right, friends. Have a great day. Hilda Salinas, Hidalgo County Elections Administrator, and Remy Garza, Cameron County Elections Administrator. Polls are open. They close at 7 p.m. tonight. Thank you for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. Check of News is a service of Edinburgh CISD, along with UTRGV, our collegiate high school, enrolling freshmen and sophomore students. For information, call 956-289-2300. And while on the topic of elections, there is a push by some Republicans to limit party voting in Texas.
Texas Republicans are trying to close their elections, meaning that only voters registered with the party can cast a ballot in the primaries. GOP strategist James Dickey says the goal is to eliminate outside influence.
We have seen in both primaries and in runoffs, Democrats are pulled in to try to sway the choice of the nominee.
The party filed a lawsuit to change the rules, but the Texas Secretary of State is fighting it, saying the move should be done by the legislature, not the courts. A decision before the March primary is unlikely.
That's Michael Board with that report. And something to remember if you're going to take a flight near future. You know, there's Thanksgiving travel and holiday travel. That government shutdown is doing a number on TSA and flight controllers. Travelers continue to face long wait times. Here's an example out of Houston, how bad the wait times are at the moment.
In just one example, wait times for TSA checkpoints at Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport reached 3 hours for the second straight day on Monday. The lines snaked around and out of terminals. TSA agents have been working without pay since the shutdown, so have air traffic controllers. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy has said agents won't be fired for not showing up for work. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Man, get one of those roll around luggage things. You can put a brake on it. Use it as a seat for 3 hours trying to get to TSA. And the first Coca-Cola holiday flavor in 5 years is hitting stores. It is Coca-Cola Creamy Vanilla, just in time for the holiday. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. How about them Cowboys? Yeah, Monday night didn't turn out the way they wanted, but hey, no surprise. Sports next on 710 KURV.
Power, performance, and savings. The Coyote year-end clearance event is on now at Rivetta's Machinery in Donna. For more than 50 years and 3 generations, the Rivetta families proudly served the Rio Grande Valley, and today they continue that tradition with Coyote, the name trusted for power, reliability, and value. Right now, they're clearing out Coyote tractors, zero turns, utility vehicles, and compact construction equipment, all at incredible year-end savings. From the small but mighty 21 horsepower models all the way up to the brand new 140 horsepower Coyote HX 1402, they have the right machine for every job and every budget. And with financing as low as 0% interest and zero down payment with approved credit, there's never been a better time to join the Rivetta's family. Go see why generations of hardworking Texans choose Rivetta's for tractors, equipment, and service that go the distance. Visit them on Expressway 83 in Donna between Hutto and Valverde Roads. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing is the team that you can trust to get you a roofing system you can count on. Of course, they got the valued warranties, the regular upkeep, maintenance. Make sure that if Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing or the folks that provide you that roofing system, that they will be there for you in the future, whatever reason. You know, sometimes we get a nasty storm and some wind damage. Well, you need some repair. There it is, Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. But the way things are around in South Texas, all hot and dry, you just need better materials and workmanship to help that roof last many years and start crumbling, and of course, expose you to water coming in. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, all these amazing new services, waterproofing services. It's in the name. Trust them with that new roof. And if you have several buildings in the area, ask Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing for free. Go check, see, give you an expert report on the condition of your roofing systems. After all, they got 125 plus years of experience, and they bring cutting-edge roof installation and repair technology. And it's in the name, advanced waterproofing solutions for that commercial roof of yours. It all starts with a text message or a phone call to the following number. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing at 956-655-6178.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Andrew Monaco here, voice of your Fightin' Texas Aggies, inviting you to stay tuned to The Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez, coming up at 9 on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Para-Me app.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for men and women.
The Dallas Cowboys looked rough on both sides of the ball as the Arizona Cardinals took care of Dallas 27-17 last night. Both sides were quiet early on as the only points of the first quarter was a 48-yard field goal for the Cards. Then Arizona got rolling in the second as they put together 2 touchdown drives offensively while also forming a fumble and a missed field goal on defense. Dallas would also pick up some momentum in the second with this blocked punt from Marshawn Kneeland.
It's just going to take one play for the Cowboys to snap out of this and get back in it. Punt is blocked. It is picked up at the 15 and loose in the end zone, and Marshawn Kneeland will cover it for a touchdown.
Dallas would get another touchdown late in the fourth quarter, but Arizona controlled the game for a final score of 27-17. The Houston Rockets were able to pull away in the fourth quarter last night and defeat the Dallas Mavericks 110-102. There were several top performers for Houston, with Amin Thompson leading with 27 points, while Aprin Sengun added 11 rebounds on top of 26 points. Next up, the Rockets head up to Memphis to face the Grizzlies, and the Mavericks return home to face the New Orleans Pelicans both on Wednesday night. With your Texas in the Morning Sports Report, I'm Jet Nelson.
Moves already made ahead of today's NFL trade deadline. The Titans sent linebacker Draymond Jones to the Ravens. Eagles acquired edge rusher Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins. In baseball, Braves staying in-house promoted bench coach Walt Weiss to be their next manager. College hoops, an upset to start the season as 13th-ranked Arizona beat 3rd-ranked and defending champion Florida 93-87 in the Hall of Fame series in Vegas. Freshman Koa beat 30 points for the Wildcats in his college debut. That's sports. I'm Rhonda Moss.
Your 710 KURV exclusive AccuWeather forecast. So we're looking at mid to upper 80s today. Lows tonight should be upper 50s again. That's where we are, 58, 59. Edinburgh, Mission, McAllen, 60 at Starbase. It's 59-60 at the Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville. Again, highs today, mid upper 80s, and then lows tonight, upper 50s. And Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. So go back to our website. Let's see. It's the McAllen area bridges that are updating. Brownsville still needs an update. Those breakfast patos must be really good. At Brownsville, they haven't updated the numbers in Brownsville like in 2 hours. Let's see. 35 minutes at Ansalduas, 45 minutes at the Hidalgo Bridge, about 45 at the Far Bridge. Business news, check of your money. Next on 710 KURV. And a reminder to check the freezer for some of those frozen pasta meals. A big recall that has led to listeria contamination, that has led to some deaths and hospitalizations. That information next on 710 KURV.
Spotlight on your health. Brought to you by DHR Health.
From the Gastroenterology Institute at DHR Health. Our guest today is gastroenterologist Dr. Pratik Suresh Harney.
I see patients in the clinic, also perform procedures for them both in the outpatient center and in the hospital. They can be regular endoscopic procedures or complex endoscopic surgeries. I was trained by a person in Houston, Dr. Nirav Tosani, who's running the largest clinical trial on pancreatic cancer treatment endoscopically. And that's my vision for DHR. The greatest thing about DHR is that people make the place. That I truly believe that the people in this institution really are bent towards caring for people. Go the extra mile to take care of someone as if they were their own family member. That, I think, sets it apart from any other institution that I've worked with, apart from obviously performing cutting-edge endoscopic and gastroenterology needs. We perform every procedure that is known to gastroenterology here at DHR that you would provide at any other institution that I trained at. And combine that with our research team. Our research team, we currently have 7 trials that are ongoing with gastroenterology and liver diseases, which is very exciting, which is almost as any big center in the country would produce. And we're only growing. So me coming on board, I'm trying to make sure that the research team also picks up more ideas from what I do.
From the DHR Health Gastroenterology Institute, gastroenterologist Dr. Pratik Sudesh Parni, DHR Health.
This has been Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health. For you, for life.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Jim Chesko with your money now. Norway's sovereign wealth fund today rejected a proposed $1 trillion pay package for Tesla chief executive Elon Musk, becoming the first major investor to disclose its decision. Norges Bank Investment Management, the arm of the central bank that manages the $1.9 trillion fund, raised concerns over the size of the remuneration package. Despite its quarterly sales missing expectations, Goodyear Tire's adjusted profit beat, and the Akron, Ohio-based tire maker announced the completion of the sale of its polymer chemicals business to GemSpring Capital Management. Goodyear shares are up nearly 2% pre-market. Another new high for stock of Amazon Monday. The tech and online retail giant shares got a boost from news that OpenAI signed a deal to buy $38 billion worth of capacity from Amazon Web Services. Under the agreement, OpenAI will immediately begin running workloads on AWS infrastructure. Wall Street futures are broadly lower right now. That's your money now.
Reminder from the FDA that 6 people have died and dozens have been hospitalized due to a listeria outbreak that is linked to a California-based company, Nate's Fine Foods, and the product are some pre-cooked pasta meals. They were sold nationwide at retailers, including Walmart, and yes, including Texas. AccuWeather says highs today should be mid-upper 80s, lows tonight, again, upper 50s, low 60s, and that's where we are. Upper 50s, low 60s across South Texas. It is an honor that you join us on News Talk 710 KURV. The radio is fine. That's good on the radio. But discover us on where you do all the other stuff, right? Scrolling. Go find us on your smartphone, on your smart device. Radio Para Mi. Download the free app today and look for us, 710 KURV. Fox News up next on the Valley's Morning News. Happy Election Tuesday.
Picture this. You're halfway through a DIY car fix and boom, you're missing a part. It's okay because whatever it is, it's on eBay and it's guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love.
Even in a challenging real estate market, you can trust the top real estate team, the Ryan and Brian real estate team, to get the job done. My friends at the Ryan and Brian team, the only people I am trusting to sell my home, help me buy a home. Yes, it's the reality. Real estate market has shifted especially compared to, 2-3 years back. There are more homes being sold now in South Texas, and buyers have options. That means for some sellers, they might need to wait a little longer. So here it comes to the rescue. The Ryan and Brian Real Estate Team, making sure that your home can sell. You don't have to wait around for forever, sell for top dollar. You see, the marketing system at Ryan and Brian Real Estate Team, it is uber successful, super aggressive, and successful. Tim in San Juan found this out recently. Worked with Jessica, one of the agents at the Ryan and Brian team. Helped make sure that Tim's home was ready for market, had an advantage over everybody else. And with the marketing system at the Ryan and Brian team, they reach thousands of potential home buyers every day, helping the Ryan and Brian team routinely sell homes fast and for the most money possible. In fact, check out the guarantee. Boy, this one stands out big time now, doesn't it? The Ryan and Brian guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline that you guys agree to, or they will buy it from you. So why don't you start a conversation with the Ryan and Brian Real Estate Team today at 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap and fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Hi, it's Pam Voss from Camp University. I would like to personally thank Yoli Cantu from McAllen Stained Glass for helping our campers create beautiful fused glass pieces. These fused glass pieces are available for sale at OK's Uptown on 10th in McAllen. All the proceeds go back to help our campers. And if you don't know what Camp University is, I invite you to visit our website, campuniversity.org, or call us at 956-800-5292.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
News that affects you and your family.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
It's an Election Day Tuesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. It's November 4th. Show producer Fred Cruz and Jason Caterina, meteorologist from AccuWeather. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and what completes the program is you on the other side, tuning in on your radio and at Radio Para Mi. 710 KURV is at Radio Para Mi. Appreciate you being with us. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm CJ Papa. Dick Cheney served 3 U.S. presidents, culminating his career in D.C. politics as vice president to President George W. Bush. He died last night at the age of 84.
He played a central role in the administration's war on terror and was considered by many political observers to be the most influential vice president in recent history. He'd also served as Secretary of Defense under President George H.W. Bush and been President Ford's White House chief of staff.
Fox's Lillian Wu, cardiovascular disease, pneumonia listed as the cause of death. Cheney, a staunch opponent of President Trump, said he voted for Vice President Kamala Harris in 2024, the election a year ago. Before the election, he said there's never been an individual who's a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump. America's listening to Fox News.
It is an Election Day Tuesday. You got 17 constitutional amendments on the ballot statewide, including measures that clarify citizenship requirements for Texas voters. And there's a measure to give more funding to Texas State Technical College. There's a $51 billion proposed tax cut if you say yes to it. Polls are open. They close at 7 p.m. tonight. There are some local races as well, a few City Hall races here and there. The big race for City Hall is in Edinburgh, the race for mayor, and a couple of seats as well. Former mayor of South Padre, Dennis Stahl, arrested for soliciting prostitution. The Texas Department of Public Safety announced the arrest. Stahl was booked into jail. His bond amount was not disclosed. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton announcing that Google has agreed to a nearly $1.4 billion settlement with Texas, ending two of the largest data privacy enforcement actions ever brought by a single state against the tech company.
Attorney General Paxton sued Google for unlawfully tracking users' geolocation, incognito browsing activity, and biometric data. The settlement dwarfs any previous single state agreements, including a $93 million deal elsewhere and a $391 million multi-state settlement involving 40 states. Paxton credited outside counsel Norton Rose Fulbright for their role in the case. The deal follows the Attorney General's $1.4 billion settlement with Meta, which operates Facebook, for illegal biometric data collection, and earlier $700 million and $8 million settlements with Google over anti-competitive and deceptive trade practices.
That's Eric Bushman with that report. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. The free app for this is Radio Para Mí, Radio Para Mí, Radio Para Mí. Go find it and go find us. 710 KURV is at Radio Para Mí. Listen on your smartphone. You've been wanting to purchase some nutritional supplements. You just don't know what to buy. Maybe something for gut health, or maybe something for your liver or your kidneys. You've been looking at the shelves there. You go to a big box store, or maybe go to a grocery store. Stop it already. Go to the top experts in this entire region. That would be the folks at Major Health Foods. Why are they top experts? Man, when you've been doing the same thing for 44 plus years, you know you're the top expert. They only work with the best brands at Major Health Foods, and they got a head full of knowledge. You could either ask Art or Beto or the owner, Joe Lynn. Ask them about the top brands, best brands for liver health, for kidney health, gut health, maybe something for, anti-swelling. Where are God's ingredients? Curcumin, things like that. Where do I find those supplements for pain relief, even for better sleep, for joint health, to help me with swelling issues as well, and cleansing products, and of course the daily juices that they press all the time with what God made to keep you healthy, from kale and spinach and pineapple, beets and celery, cucumber, mixed greens. They've got these wonderful, great tasting juices waiting for you at the fridge, and of course great and very healthy lunch suggestions as well. Stop by Major Health Foods, South 10th and Jackson Avenue. You'll find the good stuff to keep you healthy, and that is their passion, to keep you healthy. South 10th and Jackson Avenue, Major Health Foods, McAllen.
Power, performance, and savings. The Coyote year-end clearance event is on now at Rivetta's Machinery in Donna. For more than 50 years and 3 generations, the Rivetta families proudly served the Rio Grande Valley, and today they continue that tradition with Coyote, a name trusted for power, reliability, and value. Right now, they're clearing out Coyote tractors, zero turns, utility vehicles, and compact construction equipment, all at incredible year-end savings. From the small but mighty 21 horsepower models all the way up to the brand new 140 horsepower Coyote HX 1402, they have the right machine for every job and every budget. And with financing as low as 0% interest and zero down payment with approved credit, there's never been a better time to join the Rivetta's family. Go see why generations of hardworking Texans choose Rivetta's for tractors, equipment, and service that go the distance. Visit them on Expressway 83 in Donna between Hutto and Valverde Roads. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Scotch Pro Vista is the next generation grass. It requires less fertilizer to stay healthy with a deep green color that thrives in the sun or shade. Plus, it requires 50% less mowing than St. Augustine. Achieve eye-catching curb appeal and complete weed control. The future is here.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710